Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, April 11th. It's 9 o'clock, which means it is time once again for the Mindful Moment. I am Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the Senior Minister here at Unity of Tucson. And Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right in the heart of Tucson, Arizona. And I'm delighted to share this time with you, this opportunity to engage in some shared spiritual practice. And I do this every weekday because what I have found is that a consistency in my spiritual practice has enhanced the quality of my life. And so I choose to share that with you. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. It is always a delight to see those comments come through. And I do want to offer my reminder to you, which is to say this: you are love, you are light, you are life. You are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence. Thank you for doing that. So today, what I wanted to talk about, I'm about to say something, and oftentimes what happens is if I share something about an experience that I'm having, I get a lot of unsolicited feedback. And so what I'm asking as I share this is, please, I don't need any feedback. I'm just sharing this with you because I have my own path and purpose in terms of how I address what is happening. By the way, it's not a big deal. The way I just said that, it maybe sounded like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Not a big deal. All easefully handled in life. But please, don't reach out and say how you would handle it or give me any recommendations about how you think I should handle it. So I have a pinched nerve in my back, right? Pinched nerve right in my shoulder blade. And at first, when I was like starting to feel something going on, I thought, oh, it's like a really tight muscle. It's just not releasing. I'm pretty certain now it's a pinched nerve. And what I have, I've done like the lidocaine patch and everything to help alleviate some of the constant pain that I'm experiencing. Now, here's the thing about that. And it's so funny seeing a car drive by. Here's the thing about that. I know something better that is a healing modality, and I am engaged in it. So just to be really clear, I am engaged in the healing consciousness, but I started to rethink one of the ways in which I approach the healing consciousness. So one of the things that I have said in the past is, first of all, I give great gratitude for the spiritual blueprint, which is the core of my physical beingness, rooted in the spiritual realm, that is the point from which all physical expression flows forth. And so I live in gratitude that the body knows exactly what to do to heal, and that is the truth. That is the truth. So that's number one. But the other thing that I'm moving into now is this idea. So I have a slightly different thing that I want to mention. And that is actually related to the notion of perhaps what I will call healing at the quantum level. And what if all of our atoms were not quite the way we were taught to believe when we took our high school chemistry classes, right? You remember in chemistry class in high school, if you took chemistry in high school, I did, where they talked about, every molecule is made up of individual atoms. The individual atoms are the elements that make up all of existence. And what you were probably taught is that there's a nucleus in that atom, and that orbiting that nucleus are electrons. So in the nucleus are neutrons and protons, and that orbiting the nucleus are electrons. And so that's how we kind of imagined it. It's like, oh, well, I can imagine that. It's kind of like, the solar system. The nucleus is the sun, and all the planets are orbiting the sun, right? That kind of idea, that's how we conceived it in our minds. But what if those electrons were actually not orbiting, but only in a position when we observed their position, which is what the quantum sciences are suggesting. That what is happening is they're actually in a state of what is called superposition, and they are in an infinite potential location. So the reason that this comes up for me, and in relationship to my healing, is, well, if the makeup of my back is trillions and trillions, ultimately, of atoms, what is it about the position of those electrons that I am putting into practice in my own mind to maintain the painful experience? So if it is only when we observe those electrons that they actually are in a position, well, what if the electrons, I know this is probably like a lot of you are probably going, what the heck is he talking about? But what if I imagine that those electrons are in exactly the right position to release the sensation of pain? That's what I'm working with today. I'm going to call it quantum healing. I'm going to call it quantum relief. And that's how I'm going to choose to move forward. So if there's something that's happening in your life in the physical, in the macrocosmic physical expression, remember that all that macrocosmic physical expression is the outflow of microcosmic possibility. And we are not relegated to live within the limitations that we set forth in our own minds. That's really what it boils down to, because the observer is the consciousness. And so as I choose to observe the physical experience, I can observe something a little different. So that's what I'm working with today. Yeah. Lots of things to think about today, and I'm going to keep thinking about them. Yes, putting that healing consciousness into action. That's what I'm doing. So I invite you to join me in that. If there's something that is looking to be healed in your life, know that the practice of prayer is a way of addressing the atoms, those electrons, and inviting them into right alignment for our highest expression. So let's relax right where we are and allow ourselves to settle into the potential and possibility of infinite healing rooted in the microcosmic world and flowing forth into the expression of the macrocosm. I settle my mind in this moment to an easeful framing. I choose to close my eyes, and if it's safe and comfortable, invite everyone to close their eyes. For as I close my eyes and turn the attention to the inner life, the inner microcosmic life, I am rooted in the awareness that it is all divine. And while I utilize the word divine, it is beyond language. It is the infinite creative energy of the universe at the microcosmic level, flowing forth into the macrocosm. There is pure perfection at the core of this, for there is only perfection. And so I know that everything is God, is this quantum field of potentiality. And I welcome the flow of this potential into actuality based upon my decision for the manner in which it will unfold. And I know that I am rooted in the authority. I have the divine, natural authority to put this into practice, because there is no aspect of me, there is no atom that makes up the wholeness of me that is not wholly divine, that is not perfect expression of God. And so I hold firm in this faith that my word spoken is the activator of the microcosmic healing that I seek. I know that as I relax into this moment, that I'm rooted in the understanding that there is a quantum blueprint, a spiritual blueprint, a perfect blueprint from which my entire physical beingness flows forth. Every aspect of my macrocosmic beingness is rooted in the microcosmic spiritual blueprint of perfection. And as I accept this, I know that all aligns itself rooted in this blueprint, which has never been ill affected by anything in the world of form. That in the spiritual understanding, there is only perfection unfolding, no matter what. No matter what. There is always the magnificence that is me flowing forth into expression. And this is true for each and every one of us. I hold firm in this state of faith that there is only perfection flowing forth. Everything happens for a good reason. And so I welcome the good. I welcome the flow. I welcome the ease. I welcome the healing. I welcome the magnificence as the expression of my life. And it is with gratitude and appreciation overflowing from within that I simply let it be. I relax, I release, I trust, I know, and affirm this as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. I feel so much better. I trust you do as well. Thank you for joining me for this glorious, glorious mindful moment. Looking forward to seeing you again. I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the mindful moment on a glorious Friday morning. Hey, if you're in Tucson, put your shorts on. It's going to be warm today. I think we're getting over 90 degrees Fahrenheit for the first time this season. So yeah, enjoy the warmth, enjoy the day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I do, of course, want to, here, I'm going to put this up, remind you that we do have our Shine concert happening a week from tomorrow. Would love to see you there if you are in nearby Tucson. 7 p.m. is when the show starts. Doors open at 6:30. A glorious concert of uplifting music to make you feel good. And the theme is shine. So that means we're going to be exploring the idea of how do we shine our light through music. Liz Cracchiolo, Aaron Anderson, Dennis Tamblin, and I are all delighted to be able to share our talents with you and looking forward to having you there. If you've not already bought your tickets, please do go get your tickets now. Plenty of seats available, and we're looking forward to selling, and having a great grand time. And afterwards, we're going to give you dessert too. So stick around for dessert and to mingle with the cast a little bit following the concert. So that's it. Looking forward to seeing you. I bless you all. Looking forward to, how this life continues to unfold and what a magnificent life it is. Make it magnificent. Remember that you are magnificent. It's not because of anything you do. It is just the core of your being. And I trust that you shine your light. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Be well. Bye.